Right, Martin, Valentin here from Germany, 21 years old. Travel around South America. Starts in Africa. But how you arrive here from Africa? So?
I arrived by sailing boat.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's crazy, I know.
For how long you travel in the sailboat? So?
14 days and 4 hours.
No way.
Yeah,
But what you did in this boat for 14 days?
Yeah, the first 7 days, I was really seasick and I just threw up. And then I cooked, cleaned and did night watches.
No way. How many people in this boat with you?
5 other.
5 other people. And what is like the occupation of each one? Do you remember?
Cooking,
Do you remember the routine of the boat?
What do you mean with the routine of the boat?
Like what you do when you wake up and what's going on?
It was not so different than working in a hostel.
What you mean? Like you wake up, have a breakfast. Who do the breakfast?
Everybody did the breakfast for his own.
Everybody do some for their own, and then you are responsible to clean for everyone or just for yourself, for example.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
So who is the owner of the boat?
The captain.
From where? From Africa?
France.
From France.
Yeah.
How did you met these guys?
I met them in Cabo Verde.
In Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
But so you just go in there and talk to them, knock the door, and hey, I want to come with you. Or what? How this works?
Exactly.
Okay, explain how it works for the other travelers that want to have the experience.
You just have to go to a harbor where sailing boats are. Then you ask like captains if you want to go. If you can get. You just go to a harbor where sailing boats, and then you ask the ships or the captains if you can go with them, and you probably get like 95% no, but they are like these 5% who say yes, and then you pack your stuff and go.
So for how many times you try to have a yes?
200 times.
200 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
This is crazy.
I was there 2 months, so.
2 months waiting for a chance.
Actually, I was my foot was still fucked up, so in the beginning I was not trying so hard and didn't expect to have a boat directly because if I go with a broken foot it would be not so good. So 1 month I tried like bit, and 2 weeks a bit more, and then the last 2 weeks like really much. But I would say 200 times for sure.
So you have like a lot of boats in this harbor.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Wow.
It's like the last harbor before you go to South America.
And
if you're in Cabo Verde.
And how will be like 40 days with random people that you never met before in one boat?
It was okay because they all spoke French. I didn't understand them, and if there were any problems, I just said I don't understand you. No problem.
Sounds easy for me, but you have no problem with like you have no like some uncomfortable moment with nobody specifically, or you just
No, it was okay.
never.
Not really, no. Like the only like there were like just 2 people speaking English except me, and the captain, his wife. They were speaking to them, and if they had problems, even with me, they spoke to them, and they had to carry the border of me. So for me, it was quite easy.
Oh, I see.
Even though I had like seasickness.
Okay, for the end of your experience, I want to ask. We want to know the random moment that you have experienced in this trip.
The most random moment.
The random moment that you have in the boat that you want to share.
Most random that I nearly died.
Nearly died?
Yeah.
How?
That's so random.
How?
There was on the last night, and I had like my night shift. And there was we did like night shifts every time together, like 4 hours, and one was sleeping inside or outside, and the other one doing the night shift. And if something is, you just work the other one up. and he was sleeping inside, and I was outside. It was started raining a bit. I went inside, and like 1 minute after that, the other one woke up like, the wind is changing, and then he went out, and then it was like raining fucking much. Like I've never seen such rain in my life before. And then he went out and turned to the right to fix the sail, but I didn't know that, so I went out of the stair too, and from one time like the sail touched to the left side, and if I would have gone 1 meter more, like the steel thing would have catched my head, but I just were like pushed by the sail, who was carrying the sail to the left, but I could just hold myself on the border to the sailboat. But it was like raining, storm, waves, and if I would have fallen down on the down to the water, I would.
Your head would have exploded.
If I would
Yeah.
get catch of the steel thing,
Yeah.
I would be died
Yeah.
for sure. But if the sail would have thrown me above the board, very little chance to survive because the weather was like shit. But we were like 24 hours before we arrived in French Guiana, so maybe the lifeguard, I don't know.
Shit.
But like on the last day, that was really random.
So, but afterwards, you recommend that for everyone,
And
this
Candace
experience.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I like, but it's not for everybody. Like I can understand if some people don't like that.
I see. So thank you, Valentin, to share with us our joint experience, and let's see the sunset.
Let's see the sunset one time.